Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Ashley RN Takeover. Thank you guys for tuning in. Thank you for liking, commenting, and subscribing on my previous videos, and I hope you do the same for this. If you like it, give it a thumbs up. If you want, click the little subscribe button and click the little notification bell so that you don't miss any new videos that I'm posting in the future. So now that we got this out of the way, if you couldn't already tell by the title, this video is going to be about how to be debt-free with 3 degrees at 23. Fortunately for me, that's my story. And I want to share with you guys how I did it and what options you might want to explore. If you're thinking about continuing your education and if you're thinking about getting a higher advanced degree, what options there might be out for you. What options out there? Yeah, what options you might have. Personally, I'm gonna throw this in here. This is my little political disclaimer, my little political shindig, opinion, whatever you want to call it, commentary. I think that education should be free up until a certain point. I think up until your bachelor's, your degree should be free, no matter where you reside, no matter what you're studying, no matter what you're pursuing. I think if you want to be pre-med, okay, you got that pre-med degree covered. If you choose to go to med school after that, maybe, yeah, sure, you should pay. But up until your bachelor's, I think all degrees should be free. That's me. Just like I think healthcare should be free. But we live in the United States, we're not in Canada, so I'm gonna tell you how to beat the system. Salary is no joke. Uncle Sam is no joke. So if you follow these, it's not really steps. I'm just gonna give you some advice. This is like your little chat with Ash type of situation. It's, what's day? I don't know what today's date is because it's nighttime. I think it's after 12. It is definitely after 12. So I want to say today is Thursday or Friday. Anyway, so yeah, this is your little Friday tea with Ashley. I was one of those children whose parents believed in education. I'm of Caribbean descent, so education is like a big staple in my culture and especially in my household specifically. So there was no escaping that. Growing up, I knew that, okay, boom, get out of high school, okay, go to college, okay, get a good degree, da 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 da, boom. Here's how you do that. My parents, fortunately, I thank them, I bless their heart, sent me to private school throughout from 3rd grade up until 12th grade. My tuition was about roughly it grew, inflation, maybe started around $5,000 a year, and then by the time I was a senior, my tuition was damn near $9,000 a year. So you can do the math from 3rd grade, 5,000, 5,000, 5,000, 6,000, 7,000. It slowly went up until 12th grade where I graduated, and my high school tuition was $9,000. That's a lot of money. And that's easily somebody's college fund. So if you're doing that for your kid, cool, you got it, you good. For me, I wasn't gonna ask my parents to pay for college on top of all of the education that they just paid for me. And fortunately, I got scholarships and other things where it supplemented itself. So I didn't even really have to do anything like that. I didn't take out any loans, at all. So it's not like debt free because I took out loans and I paid them off. No, I didn't take out loans at all. And coming up, like I said, 3 degrees. I still am in school. And I am continuing to further my education, but I'm finding ways to do that without having to take out any loans because I don't believe in loans. I mean, mortgage loan fine, but other auto loan, dub, school, dub, credit card, dub. No, don't do it. It's a setup. It's a setup for failure. So what I will say is that first and foremost, getting good grades is important. You can't get around that. If you want to be debt free, if you want to have degrees, you need to get good grades. Don't waste anybody's time, don't waste anybody's money. There are a lot of people out here who I know for a fact, they go to college. Even some of my acquaintances, they go to college and they didn't know what they want to do or whatever the case is, and their parents are forking out money. Now they come back home with a whole bunch of debt. They didn't finish college and they still don't know what they want to do. Cool, it's okay, take your time, figure it out, no harm against that. But I'm just saying, if you're finna fork out 40, 30, $50,000 plus, you should know what you want. And chances are most 16, 17, 18-year-olds don't really have it figured out yet like that. You know, they just don't. They just don't. You know, it's not a secret. And it's okay to not have, like, to not know what you want to do or what you want to pursue. I thought I wanted to be a doctor. I'm a nurse now. Like, you know, maybe I'll be a doctor of nursing. Who knows what the future holds. But my original path was medicine. So when I got to college, okay, bio major, okay, pre-med major, okay, I switched up a lot. You know, I switched it up a lot, but I got it done, and I got it done debt free, and I didn't take out any loans. So, if you know you're probably one of those high school students who don't know what they want to do, maybe even now you're a college student and you're like, yo, don't really know what I want to do, but I know I need a degree to at least halfway make it in America, at least barely, you know, barely have something. So you went to college, now you maybe have some degrees, maybe you have some loans that you took out, and maybe your parent co-signed with you because God knows you don't got the credit and all that extra stuff to get it on your own. Cool. There's nothing you can do about it now. There's no backtracking. I'm sorry. I can't help you. You know, the only thing I can tell you is pay it off. Because student loans is like, I think it's like the only type of, correct me if I'm wrong, y'all can comment below if I'm wrong and check me. But I think it's the only type of loan that even if you die, like your parents, or not your parents, but like your dependents or who, like your family members will have to pick up that debt for you. And it never goes away. So let's say you get your degree, you're like 20 whatever, and you have your degree and you're going to buy your house, or you're going to take out you want to buy a car, you want to do student loans. It's all on your little credit fact sheet, like you're in debt. And the only thing I tell you is make your payments on time. Maybe you want to pay in advance. Maybe you want to double up on some payments and get it out the way, so that, because you know what it is, the loan itself doesn't even kill you. It's the interest on top of the loan that kills you. That's what kills most people. It's not the loan itself. Like I was gonna correct myself, but no, anybody could pay X amount of dollars. You can't. It's when that interest is like, damn, I thought I was good. You know, it's like maybe my loan is $20,000 and I worked out 15 grand, but there's still like another $20,000 left. Like, how is this possible? That's called interest, baby. And America, they know what they're doing. The little corporate people, they know what they're doing. So my tip, trick, or advice or whatever is try to avoid it at all costs. And for me, like I said, I went to private school or whatever, and parents paid for it, blah 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 blah. Cool, story time over, done. But going into college, I went to community college. That's a trick. That's a tip. That's something right there. I wasn't in nerd gang, but I was like halfway nerd gang. I was nerd gang enough to get enough good grades that I was offered when I graduated high school. I think I was offered 16 scholarships to like respective schools that I had applied to. I applied everywhere where I had a free application, honestly. So if you sent me the thing in the mail and said, oh, free application, I'm like, all right, cool, I'll apply there. And they sent me scholarships, and I was grateful. But none of those scholarships was a full scholarship. It was maybe like half, maybe like 75%, maybe like only a semester. Like, you know, it was different. It varied in the amount. And either way, I'm like, okay, cool. This college is $50,000. They're offering me a $35,000 scholarship. That's awesome. Where am I getting that extra 15K? Can't pull it out my ass. So, and I'm not taking out any loans, and I'm 16 at the time because I graduated high school at 16. It's like, I don't got that type of money. You know, where I was working at the time wasn't like, it was tax-free at the time, but it wasn't that type of money. So I chose to, and I think this is the best, literally the best decision that I made as a young adult, was to go to community college. For one, I knew what I wanted to do, or at least I thought I knew what I wanted to do, but statistics prove that, you know, I don't know the numbers, but it proves that, or shows, or depicts, or whatever, displays, whatever adjective, that's not even an adjective, whatever verb you want to use to describe it, it basically says that a high percentage of college or high school graduates pick a major and then they change within their first or second year. Boom, that's it. Let's get past this now. With that being said, I thought I knew what I wanted to do, and I didn't, or I changed my mind, which is okay. Like I said, it's okay. But if I had forked out a couple grand on that, it's like, damn, that whole semester's wasted because now I'm doing something completely different, or doing something different where I have to take different classes, and none of those credits are really going to be counted towards anything. Maybe an elective if I'm lucky, but probably not. So, yeah, community college. So I did that. I paid out of pocket myself. I got a job and I paid out of pocket. I did apply for financial aid. Fortunately, I qualified for some financial aid. It wasn't nothing crazy, but it helps. And then whatever else I paid out of pocket for. Not my parents, not my mom, not my dad, not my brother, me. I worked, I paid for it. I was just disciplined like that. I don't know. Of course, my parents did help me. You know, if I didn't have it, of course they had me. But I wanted to be independent. And it definitely molded me into the person I am today and taught me to be financially savvy. Financial literacy, shit's important. Anyway, moving on. So yeah, if you are a high school student or a college student and you want to go to school and you don't want to take any loans, first and foremost step, see what the government can give you. I'm not saying suck off the government's nipple. I'm not saying none of that. I have a whole separate view on people who do that, or a whole nother video I can talk about that about. But what I'm saying is use the resources that are given to you and provided for you. It's there for a reason. Why not take advantage of it? So cool. The government is offering you a grant for your education. You would be dumb not to take it. I don't even care. Even if you have the money, even if you had $5,000 sitting in your bank account right now for your first semester, or I don't know, $10,000 sitting in your bank account, you have your first semester tuition covered, and the government is offering to give you $5,000. Why would you turn down the government and fork it out yourself? It just doesn't make sense. If you qualify. Some people don't qualify, and some people qualify, but it's not for much. You know, it all depends on income and this and that and blah. And chances are it's not your own, it's your parents'. Unless you want to, you know, file independently and get emancipated and all that other stuff, and that's a whole other thing that I can't talk about because I didn't go that route. So, yeah, see what programs are out there for you. Like I said earlier, I kind of went off on a tangent, but you have to get good grades. I'm not saying you have to be A+, you know, every day, every class, every semester, every grade is an A. No, I'm just saying you have to get good enough grades to qualify for certain scholarships. So for me, at my college, you get I think if you had a 3.5 or above, you get a certain amount. 3.75, you could write an essay and get a certain amount, or whatever the case is. So it's usually like 3.5, 3.75. I even think they have some for 3.0. I applied to all of them. All you have to do is write an essay. Like, bro, I don't care if you're the worst writer on earth. Sit down, take a day, take 2 hours, 3 hours, even if it's 24 hours to write an essay to get free money, do it. Why wouldn't you? Like, I don't know, to me it's like common sense. Okay, if I have to sit down, yeah, I already have all this other schoolwork, yeah, I have all these other things going on, yeah, I'm working. Who cares? You're literally writing about yourself. That's what, like, these essays, these scholarship essays, they're asking you about yourself, your goals, your career objectives, your educational goals, you know, what are you doing to give back to your community if you're doing that. Like, you get a scholarship for being left-handed, bro. Like, y'all not even. You get a scholarship for being left-handed. You get a scholarship for being African American. You get a scholarship for being of Caribbean descent. I'm Trinidadian and Jamaican. Okay, boom. You get a scholarship for being Latino. You get a scholarship for being a single mom. I'm not a single mom. You get a scholarship, you know, for whatever. There are so many scholarships out there. If you choose not to apply, that's on you. And I don't know if it's you're misinformed, or you're choosing just not to put in that little extra effort to get a little coin. But I don't think that's smart. That's all I'm gonna say. Okay. Do it. It's there for you to do. It's free. It's literally free money. You know what I'm saying? So do it. So that's it. I did I applied for financial aid. I applied for scholarships. Like, I had an essay for everything. And you know what I used to do? A little secret. I used to recycle my essays. Your college essay, your college entry essay, where they tell you, oh, ask you about yourself, how was high school, what extracurricular activities you were in, what did you do for your community, what are your goals. I was pulling paragraphs from all these essays I wrote in high school, smashed them up, little mash pot into one essay. That's for one scholarship. Switch it around a little bit, switch the order of the paragraphs, put it on another scholarship, send this to somebody else. The only thing I do is don't plagiarize your own work. That's something I learned. If you plagiarize your own essay, chances are the board, the scholarship board, whoever's reading one essay for one thing is probably the same people who's reading one essay for another thing. So you want to have a little bit of variation in your essays, but nothing crazy. And I got, not for nothing, I got a scholarship. I want to say, if I was, and this is like my first year, like my first, for my first degree, I got maybe a scholarship every semester. No, not even probably. I did get a scholarship every semester just based on essays. And yeah, some of them are some scholarships you get just for merit based, just for having a degree. You don't have to write anything. But most of them you have to apply for, and you get it, and it's done. Good grades, scholarships, money. It's not rocket science, you know. Like I said, fast fun. Then when I graduated with my first degree, for my second degree, my first degree was health sciences. My second degree was my associates in nursing. And for that one, I basically did the same thing. And for that, I was at a community college also. Community colleges are cheap. They are cheap. The tuition is next to nothing. The tuition is, chances are probably, and I live in New York, I don't know what it is for respective states and stuff, it's probably cheaper. But my tuition, you know, it's less than, I want to say less than $4,000 or less than $3,000, like just about $3,000 a semester. So what, $3, 6, 9, 12, $12,000 for 2 years. Yeah, that's, even if you're working at Burger King and you're making minimum wage yearly, you're making more than that. I'm just saying. But yeah, so I basically did that. Community college taught me so much about, like I said, I don't regret it at all. I do not regret it at all. A lot of my professors, and people think, oh, I'm not going to community college. I want to go away. I want to go to a party school. I want to dorm. Okay, dorming costs money. Hello. Dorming costs a lot of money. Even if you live off campus housing costs a lot of money. I know because my brother went to a 4-year college and he went away. Like, I'm not speaking out my ass here. I just saw what was going on. I looked around and I observed and I said, no, that's not gonna be me. I'm not gonna pay back student loans. It's just not happening. So why even go through the process of taking out in the first place? You know what I'm saying? Yeah, like what? No, like no. So yeah, but like I was saying, my community college, a lot of the professors who taught at my community college taught at the surrounding private schools. So you had your 4-year colleges, your universities, your big name colleges, the colleges where people are like, oh, I want to go there, I definitely want to go there. Okay, cool. All of these New York colleges, I had professors who would, you know, taking a train in from Manhattan. They were going to one college and then were coming back and teaching at my college. And you know, at the bottom of the PowerPoints, you would see, like, it would say like the other college's name. It's like, okay, you recycle these notes. So I know the same education I'm getting is the same education somebody who's paying like $50,000, $40,000 is getting. Okay, who's really at a loss here? I'm just saying, who's really at a loss? And that's it. That's pretty much it. You know, you just have to weigh your options. If you're uninformed, if you're misinformed or uninformed, you should get informed. First of all, is look out there, do your research, and get your information, see what options there are out for you. Like I said, get good grades, get scholarships, do a FAFSA, don't rule out a community college, and don't put yourself in a position that you're not, like, that you're gonna regret later on. And don't be bougie, don't be stush. Like, okay, everybody's trying to live this lavish lifestyle and show that they have money or showboat when maybe you do, maybe you don't, but I'm just saying, don't do it. Nobody wants that. Nobody likes student loans, okay? Nobody likes student loans. Nobody likes loans, period. Do yourself a favor. That's all I'm saying, okay? That's all I'm saying. And then maybe you can be like me, you know? Like I said, what did I say? Debt-free. Debt-free. Yo, crazy. And I'm sorry. Debt free, 3 degrees at 23, and still counting. You know, I'll do another video on how I plan to get my master's debt free, no student loans. But that's for another time. Anyway, this video is way too long as is, so I'll see you next time. Thank you for tuning in. Peace out. Love, blessings. Like, comment, subscribe. Do all that good stuff. Alright, cool. Peace.